Good evening all. You are welcome to tutorials with Eternity the schoolboy. Today we'll take a good look at mathematics. Not just a look at it, a good look at it. Okay? And remember, in our last mathematics class, we concluded with a whole number basis. Am I communicating? We treated whole numbers in different words basis. Whole numbers in different words basis. Whole number base 10 is what? Denary. Whole number base 2 is what? Binary. Whole number base 8 octenary, right? And so on and so forth. We did conversion from those whole number basis in whole number to base 10, and we also move from base 10 back to what? Those other words basis. And we'll be solving a lot of problems in that regard. So today we want to go to fractions. We want to go into what? Fractions in different basis. Fractions in different what? Basis. Fractions in different what? Basis. So the common base still remains base 10. The common base still remains base 10. First of all, we move fractions from other bases to base what? 10. Then we move fraction in base 10 to other what? Basis. That's where we start today. We first move other fractions in base what? 10 to what? Other basis. Then we also move them back from other basis to what? To base 10. That's what we do. And then anywhere we stop today, in our next class we'll continue. But just know that after this conversion, we go to the what? Operations, additions, and what have you. Of course, if I say operation, you know what I mean by operations, right? Good. So that's what we do. So without wasting time, we do it this way. So remember that base 10 is called what? Decimals. Base 2 is called what? It's called what? Binary. Fraction. What are you saying? Bicimal. His whole number in base 2 you call what? Binary, please. I think I took time to explain this when we introduced it. It's in your note now. Why I call it binary? Success. So we have base 8. The one I popularly use, base 8 is called what? Success. Okay. What is your ordinary now? But it's ordinary. We are in decimal fraction now. Fraction can be in base 8. Whole number can be in base what? 8. Two of us. See what I mean? Look up. This is a whole number in base 2. This is a fraction in base 2. Is it not? This one is binary. This one is in what? Bicimal. That's what I mean. Is it clear? Now let's move numbers in other fractions in other bases to base what? 10. Let's go. Let me pick some examples here, and we'll take it up from there. So let's move. The question says, convert the following bicimals to base what? 10. The first one is 0.1. Number 2 is 0.01. Number 3 is 0.001. Number 4 is 0.11. Number 5 is 0.101. Number 6 is 0.111. Number 7 is 11.1. Number 8 is 10.01. Number 10 is, number 9 is 10.001. All in base 2. These are called bicimal. They are not binary. They are called what? Bicimals. We are asked to convert them to base what? 10. So if they move to base 10, what will we call them in base 10? What will we call them in base 10? Decimal. Thank you. So let's go. Now, remember, let's have a review of how we do our binary to denary. If you have 111, what will you do? In base 2, what will you do? You start multiplying by the base, right? Then after you now check the powers, right? We have 1 times what? 2 plus what? 1 times what? 2 plus what? 1 times 2. You start here, 0, this is the unit, right? 1, this is 10, right? 2, this is what? 100. This is what you do when you have your what? Binary. Now if you have denary like this, 0.1, this number has 2 parts. Hey! Never. On the akakanji ekwu never. Ndị ọbịa leaks. Chinenye. Gịnị mere? Nwakwu kanụ. Gịnị mere? Onwero. You just chebere onwe gị later. Gịnị mere? Tell me now what happened? Why did it come there? That's the question. Chineye. Let's continue. So this is what we are moving from what? Binary to what? Denary. But this number here, this 0.1, has 2 parts. This is a fraction, but it has 2 parts. The whole number part and the what? Fraction. I hope you know. The whole number. This thing now. This 0.1. Even though 0 is not regarded as whole number, but it's okay. So it has what? 0 and what? Are you there? These parts, even though it's not regarded, but I want to use it to explain something, okay? It has 2 parts, right? Now, this part will be treated as whole, as normal what? Normal binary. Am I communicating? And this side will be treated differently. See what happened? Here now, as I said, this is not. Hoping that 0 is not a whole number. Are you aware? Are you aware? But let me just do what I want to do with it. This is 0 times what? Treat this as 0 times 2. Okay? Let's put what? 0. Then this part, from this part, the thing is now, the part that to the left, to the right of the what? Decimal point, the power will start with what? Minus what? 1. And keep going like this to the left, to the negative infinity, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, till whenever it stops. The same way here, start from after 0, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after 0 to the right, you start seeing what? Minus 1. Is it clear? Is it clear? Are you following? So that's what happened there. So that means here, this thing is now plus what? Plus what? 1 times what? 2 raised to the power what? Minus what? 1. Of course, here is what? 0. Normal. Everything here is 0 because of this 0, right? Here is 0. Plus, here is what? 2 raised to the power minus 1 is what? You said now say 1 over what? 1 times. This is 1 times 1 over what? 2 raised to the power 1. Hope you know. Law of indices, right? So this becomes what? 0 plus what? 1 times everything here is 1 over what? 2. Which is what? 1 over what? 2. Am I computing? Which is what? 0.5 in base what? 10. Is it clear? This is 0.5 in base what? 10. So actually, 0.1 in base 2 is equal to what? 0.5 in base what? 10. Can you do what? Can you see the option? Carry? I don't know what it is.
Like in the option, maybe option. 2 raised to the power minus 1. That gets.
As the answer.
Yes. The same thing as
That one is just indices now. That one is not an issue. They can decide to leave the answer the way they want to leave it. Once you know your indices, you are good to go. Okay? Alright, so that's for number 1. Now let's go to number 2. Number 2 says 0.01 to base what? 2. The same thing we did here, we'll do it here. It's equal to what? We have 0, right? Times what? 2 raised to the power what? 0. Plus what? You start here. Then after the decimal point, to the right, the power will start increase. We start from minus 1, right? So you have plus 0 times what? 2 raised to the power minus what? 1. Plus 1 times what? 2 raised to the power minus what? 2. Here is what? 0. Plus here, everything here is what? 0. Plus here is what? 1 over what? 2 raised to the power 2. True of us? True of us? Which is 1 over what? 4. Which is what? 0.25 to base what? 10. So actually, 0.01 to base 2 is equal to what? 0.25 to base what? 10. Wait.
I thought what you are doing is fraction in different ways.
Hey. Is fraction not the decimal?
It's also decimal.
What are you saying?
So let me explain myself. Wait, I thought the answer is supposed to be 1 over 4. We are not going to.
Please, the answer is 0.25, please. It's decimal, not fraction. In decimal fraction, we have common fraction and decimal fraction. Please read your textbook. Open your textbook and maths and read. Then look for maths textbook. People should take this lesson seriously. Get a textbook and read these things. It is in textbooks. This is in textbooks. Read these things are in textbook. Don't come here after you go home and read your textbooks, please. Because if you read the textbooks, this question wouldn't have come up. Fraction, we have common fraction or decimal fraction. It's there scattered all over your maths textbook. True of us. Is there? Look it up. This thing is 1 over 4, which is what? 1 over 0.25 to base what? 10. Check it out. What we are giving is that has decimal point. Leave this one also in decimal what? Points.
No, this is why. Sorry, I'm back. This is why this thing can only be like in Bicimals. Can only be in 0 points. Because it must be something less than 2. But we are told that even while we are so I thought that our answer will be in fraction.
What are you converting this into?
Fraction.
What are you converting this into? What is the issue now? Look at it here. 0.25 in base 10 is what are you even saying? Success. So what are you even saying yourself? Sometimes I don't understand you. This is it now. This is, yes, I understand perfect. This is what? Less than 2. Fine. It's okay. It's not less than 10. That's why you can't call this is 0.25. In base what? 10. Benny. Now let's look at what? 0.001. Let's look at 0.001. Let's go. Here we have 0.001 to base 2. We want to move it to base 10. Let's go. Start from here. 0 times what? 2 raised to power 0 plus this one is what? 0 times 3 raised to power what? Minus what? 1 plus 0 times what? 3 raised to power minus what? 2 plus 1 times 3 raised to power minus what? 3. This is 0. This is 0. This is what? 0. This is 1 over 2 raised to power what? 3, which is everything now is what? Here is 1 over 8, right? 1 over 8. And 1 over 8 is what? 0. What? 1 what? 25 to base what? 10. So 0.001 is actually what? To base 2 is actually what? 0.125 to base what? 10. Let's look at 0.11. 0.11 to base 2. All right, let's go. We have 0 times what? 2, right? Raised to power 0 plus, after the decimal point, we have your what? Minus. So we have 1 times 2 raised to power minus 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus what? 2. This one is 0 plus 1 over what? 2 plus 1 over what? 3 raised to power 2. Instead of saying 1 over 4 plus what? 2 plus 1 over what? 4. What is the SCM? 4. 2 divided 4 is what? 2. Times 1 is what? 2. Plus 4 divided 4 is what? 1. Times 1 is what? 1. 2 plus 1 is what? 3. So the answer is 3 over 4. And 3 over 4 is what? 0.75 to base what? 10. So that means 0.11 to base 2 is equal to what? 0.75 to base 10. So let's look at number 5. 0.101 to base 2 is equal to what? Let's go. 0 times what? 2 raised to power 0 plus what? 1 times what? 2 raised to power what? 1 plus 0 times what? 2 raised to power what? Sorry, minus 1, not 1. Minus 2 plus 1 times 3 raised to power minus what? 3. So here it becomes 0 automatically plus this is 1 over what? 3 raised to power 1 plus this becomes 0 automatically because of this 0 plus 1 times this is same number 1 times 3 raised to power minus 3 is 2 raised to power minus 3, which is now equal to what? 1 over 3 raised to power 3. So if you add up, we have that the final addition will be what? 1 over 2 plus 3 raised to power 3 is what? 8. So we have 1 over 8. So if you add the LCM is what? 2 divided 8 is what? 4. 4 times 1 is what? 4. Plus 1 divided 5, 8 divided 8 is what? 8 divided 8 is what? 1. 1 times 1 is what? 1. We have 5 over what? 8. 5 over what? 8. 5 over what? 8. So this is it now saying 0 what? 6 what? 2, 5. Because if you split them now, see how you can get it without you can get it. If you split 5 over 8, it's now saying 5 in bracket 1 over what? 8. 3 of us, and 1 over 8 is what? 0.125. So 5 times what? 0.125. If you multiply it, you have 0.625. So the answer is what? 0.625. So 0.101 to base 2 will give us what? 0.625 to base 10. Can I clean? Now let's work for 0.111 to be in base 2. So we have what? 0.111 to base 2. Let's go. It's equal to what? 0 times 2 raised to power 0 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to power minus what? 3. This is 0 plus 1 over 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 over 2 raised to power 2 plus 1 over 2 raised to power what? 3. This set now say 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over what? 8. The LCM here is what? 4, right? Is it 4, 8? 8, let's go. 2 divided 8 is what? 4. 4 times 1 is what? 4. Plus 4 divided 8 is what? 2. 2 times 1 is what? 2. 8 divided 8 is what? 1. 1 times 1 is what? 1. The answer is what? 7 over what? 8. So just simply multiply. Okay, if you multiply 0.125 by 7, you get the answer. You get the answer. In case you don't want to use calculator, or if you want, you can divide straight. Any of the method can give you the answer. So what is the answer? 0. What? 875 to base what? 10. 0. What? 875 to base what? 10. So 0.111 to base 2 is what? 0.8 what? 75 to base what? 10. When we are done converting this to this, we are done with moving from base what? Bicimal to base 10. Then we move these numbers back again to base what? To what? Bicimal, and see whether we will get the numbers again. Okay? By doing that, we would have learned how to move from this to this and back. Okay? Now, let me do the next one. After that, I will not give you the one you solve here. Now, you do the setting I did. At least two questions each of you. You do it here. That's what we do till 6 p.m. Then we'll go. We know that we have covered this. The next class, we'll move to what? Operations, addition, blah, 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 and rest of them. So, let's work on 11.1 in base 2. So 11.1 in base what? 2. Let's go. 11.1 in base 2 is equal to. So we have here now 0 there's no 0 here now. So please look up now. Please look up. Look up. When calm down, be coming down. I'll give what you solve. Just watch me solve. This time around, watch me solve. Don't solve. As I solve, you will put down. Okay? Don't worry, you will solve and get out of solving. Now, just watch me solve. You copy exactly what I did on the board in your note. That's what I want you to be doing now. After now, I will not give you the one you solve. So let's go. Because you will be doing that now and you miss important points I'm making here. So here now we have what? Let's go. 1 times what? 2, right? Let's finish the whole. This is divided into 2, right? This part is the whole number. This fraction, right? From here is 0. The power is 0, 1. From here the power is minus what? 1 up. So let's go. This is 1 times 2 plus what? 1 times 2, right? We are done with the whole number part. So we'll start here 0 and what? 1, right? Then plus, let's move to the what? Fractional part. 1 times 3 raised to power what? 2. Sorry, 1 times 2. This is minus 1. Raised to power what? Minus what? 1. We stop here. So let us break it down. We have 1 times 3 raised to power 1 is what? 2. This one is 1 already. Plus what? 1. Then plus 1 times 2 raised to the power minus 1 is 2 raised to the power minus 1. And 2 raised to the power minus 1 is what? 1 over what? 2. So plus what? 1 over what? 2. So let's add. We have, this is 3.5, right? 3 of us. 3 what? Which is what? 3 point what? 5 to base what? 10. 3 point what? 5 to base what? 10. 3 of us is true. This is what? 3 point what? 5 to base what? 10. Now let's work on 10.01. 10 point what? 01. So we have something like this. 10.01. Let's go. We have 1 times what? 2 plus 0 times what? 2 plus 0 times what? 2 plus 1 times what? 2. From here now, this side is what? Whole number. Here is what? First. So we start increasing here. 0 and what? 1. Here minus what? 1 minus what? 2. That's all right. So let's go. 2 times 1 is what? This is 2 already now. This one, everything here is what? 0. Plus, everything here is what? 0. This is 2 raised to the power minus 2, which is what? 1 over what? 2 raised to the power 2. So this is what? Plus what? 1 over what? 2 raised to the power what? 2. So this is now equal to what? 2 plus what? 1 over 2 raised to the power what? 2. 2 raised to the power 2 is 4. So 1 over what? 4. This is 2 over 1 over what? 4, right? Which is 2 point what? 25 to base what? 10. This is 2.25 to base what? 10. 2.25 to base 10. So 10.01 is what? 2.25 to base what? 10. I'll give you 2 minutes to put something down before we move to the next one, the last one. Ask. You look for what? I look for ACM now. What do you get? Do it now. And tell me what you got. Do ACM with a calculator. Do ACM now. I thought you said that you should do ACM. Do it now. And got what? You did ACM and got 2.25. SSS. So you now use your calculator to do ACM. SSS. Are you not going to be listening? I don't. Now let's go to the last one before we now move back to base 2. All right, look at this. Okay, 0.0001 to base 2. Let's go. This is 1 times what? 2 plus 0 times what? 2. We are done with the whole number part. So this is 0, 1. Let's go to the what? Fractional part. Plus 0 times what? 1. Sorry, 2 raised to the power what? Minus 1. Plus 0 times 2 raised to the power minus 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power minus 3, right? Plus 1 times 2 raised to the power minus what? 4. We'll stop here. So let's bring it down. This is what? 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 raised to the power minus 4 is 1 over 2 raised to the power 4 plus what? 1 over 2 raised to the power what? 4. So let's go. This is everything here is 0. So there we go. We have 2 plus 2 raised to the power 4 is what? 16, right? So we 1 over what? 16. 1 over what? 16. 1 over what? 16. 1 over what? 16. So this is not saying even if I ACM something, if you just get the actual I have that 1 over 16 is the square of 1 over 8. You can just punch square of 1 over 8 and add this and I get your answer. You can just say 1 over 16 divide the iron 1 over 16 plus 2. You get the answer. What's the answer? 2.0625. 2.06 what? Okay, sorry, 1 over 4 times 1 over 4. Sorry, not 1 over 8. 1 over 4 is 0.25. So 0.25 times 0.25. On a normal, if you remove that 0 points, 25 to 25 is 625. You bring in the zeros. I'm saying something important now. We need to see our room. Everything is not calculated. Listen to what I'm saying now. What do I say now?
Another way you can solve this is 1 over 4 times 1 over 4 is 0.25. 0.25 squared plus 2. You get 0.6.
Okay, do 0.25 squared without punch calculator, without even writing anything on the board. Give me square of 0.25 without even writing, lifting your pen.
25 times 25 is 65 over 1,000.
How do you get 1,000 from? Where do you get 1,000 from?
25 over 100 square, which is 625 over 1,000. You give 0.0625. Add it to add 2.0625.
So here is what? 2 point what? 2 point what? 2.6 what? 2 point what? 0 what? 625. Because 0.25 is what? 100 times what? 25 over what? 100. 625 over what? 10,000, not 1,000. It's 10,000. 10,000. Then 0.0625 is what? 10000. 10,000. So it's 2.0625. So here is what? 2.0 what? 625 to base what? 10. So we have moved this thing to what? Base 10. This is bicimal, and this is what? Decimal. So next thing we'll do now is that we move this thing back to what? From decimal to what? Bicimal. Let's see whether we'll get the same answer, exactly the same answer. Let's do it now. To do this, we just revise everything. The fractional, the whole over part, the part in the left of the decimal point, we follow normal procedure. Am I completing? But anything from here will be inverse of what you did this side. See what I mean? Remember, if you want to move from base 2 on a normal, you want to move 5 to base 10 to base 2, what will you do? You divide this by 2, right? You have 2. 2 divided 5 is what? 2 divided what? 1, right? 2 divided 2 is what? 1 divided what? 0. 2 divided 1 is what? 0 divided what? 1. You read upward, right? Good. Now, But once it enters the fractional part, instead of dividing, you multiply. Am I calculating? Instead of dividing, you do what? You multiply. And here, you take the remainder, right? But here, you take the what? The whole number. Opposite. Here you divide here, right? By the base. Anything this side, you multiply by the what? The base. At the end, you take the what? The whole number. The remainder, right? But at the fractional, when you get to the fractional part, you take the what? The whole number. And after, you read upwards here, right? But in the fractional part, you read what? Downwards. I made 3 important points now. So let's start. You appreciate it when we start, okay? Alright, so this now we can convert this to base what? 2. So since we are moving to base 2, we do what? We do what? We divide by the what? The base. This is 0.5 to base 10. This thing has 2 parts, hope you know. We are doing that the other part is what? 0, right? The other part is what? Point what? 5. All together. Now, here is 0, just leave it. It's on its own. You cannot do much here. You see what? 0. Okay? But here, if you divide here by 0, by 2, it will easily give what? 0. Okay? And here now, here, instead of dividing by the base, you multiply by the what? Base. And take the what? Whole number. Let's go. 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. True or false? True or false? You take this what? 1. All together. But this one we're taking is not actually a whole number. It should point what? It comes out as what? Point what? Stand up. It comes out as what? Point what? 1. You now bring it here and make it with whatever that you have gotten from here. You have your 0.1 to base what? 2. Now 0.01, the same thing here, 0 will still be on its own. You have 0.05. You multiply by the base, which is what? 2. This times 2 is what? This times 2 is what? 0.05 times 2 is what? 0.1, right? It's 0.1, right? It's not. It's
0.05 times 2.
0.05 times 2 is what? Cancel. Are you sure? 0.1. Our target is here. Here, hope you know. Then you keep multiplying again. 0.1 times 2 is what? Is what? Is what? Look for 1 times 2 is what? 1 0. Success. Go and do it on the board. 0 times 2 is what? Take marker. Don't worry. Let me do fast. Don't worry. Hey, now wow. If an matter is. Okay, let's go. So 0.25. Thank you. Can see? I don't know where I got 0.05 cent. Thank you. Remember, we are moving. We are converting what? Okay, I thought this is 0.05. It's what? 0.25. So we have what? 0 here. Let's go. We are multiplying 0. This is where we are working with, right? So let's go. 0.25 times 2 is what? Is what? 0.5. Thank you. 0.5. Our target is here, right? Good. We continue. This 0.5 times 2 again is what? Is what? 0.1. Is this 0.1? No, it came 0.1. 0.5 times 2 is what? It cannot be 0.1. It's 1, right? 1 point what? 0. We are at this point now, we stop. Okay? At this point now, we stop. Then, remember, the other side we read upward, right? Right? Our focus is here, up, you know. But we are not reading upward. We are reading what? We are reading what? Downward. And point should come first. Point what? 0 what? 1. Remember that there was originally 0 here. So that 0 will now come. It becomes what? 0 point what? 0 what? 1. So did you get the same thing here? Good. 0 point what? 0, 1. Now if we want to do, can I clean here? Can I clean here? So if you want to move 0.125 to base 10. Remember, we split it. This is 0, right? There are not too much we are doing here again, right? Our target is what? Here. 0.125. We start multiplying by the base, right? Times 2 is what? 0.125 times 2 is what? This is 0.25. 0.25. We keep multiplying. 0.25 times 2 is what? 0.5. We keep multiplying. 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. We'll stop. We read. Our target is this whole number part, okay? We read downwards like this. And if we start from here, a point will come first. Wait to. Okay. Copy finish when you are done. It seems you guys are busy copying something. I should have given you time to copy. Copy. Sorry, copy. When you are done, let me know, please. Because I don't want you to lose what I'm solving now. So we have. I said we split it as usual. We are working with 0.125, right? So 0.125 times 2 is what? 0.25. We keep multiplying. 0.25 times 2 is what? 0.5. We keep multiplying. 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. We read what? Downwards. So we put point what? 0 what? 0 what? 1. Remember that there's already, this 0 will not come here and merge it with them here. So we have 0.001 to base 2. Is this something? It's something, right? Good. You can copy. Before we move to base, the fourth one. Number 4 says 0.75 to base 10. We want to move it to base what? 2. So we divide through by what? 2. First of all, let's split it. Let's split it. We have here. We have here 0, right? Here is what? Still what? 0.75. Let's say 0.75. These markers are forced to open another one now. Okay, we have, here is what? 0. Here is what? Hope you can see the board. 0.75. Here has no issue. 0, they are not to divide here. Then, we put point, we bring whatever we got here to this point, okay? Here now we'll start multiplying by what? 2. Let's go. 0.725 times 2 is what? 1.5. Then 1.5 times 2 is what? Times 2 is what? is what? 3.0. They are not S to do here again, okay? 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 Or do you think there's something else to do?
Yes.
What should we do?
Divide that.
Huh? You say what?
Change it to base 2.
So if you change it to base 2, what do we get? 1, 1. God bless you. We move it to base 2. It becomes what? It becomes what? 1 what? 1. Okay? 1, 1. Right? So, how do we now read?
Now carry it up.
Carry it up how?
Read it now 1, 1.
Huh?
Carry it up.
You carry what?
You add up. Circle down 1, 1.
You don't carry up, you carry down.
You carry it, you carry it down. And it's not wrong.
So what happened to this one? Okay, look up. 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.5. 1.5 times 2 is what? 3. All together? 3. Now, that 3, you don't allow this 3 to land here. You take it up. From the top. 3 divided by 2 is what? 1 remainder what? 1, right? 1 remainder what? 1. So, we write our interest is what? Is this whole part? Is our what? Interest. Our interest is this whole part. This is our interest. Even if you multiply, even if you keep multiplying as you have 1 remainder 1, and you multiply. Let's assume you multiply. There are not S you can do again here, for a fact. Okay? There are not S you can do what? Do. You have arrived at this place. At the junction, you stop here. You read what? Down. And have what? 1, 1. Bring it here. 1, 1. Is that the answer? Is that the answer? Good. Now, if you want to do 0.625, 0.625 to base 10, this 0 will just stand out here, 0 point. Let's work on 0.625. We have, please, if you're not following, please ask me. Not when I've passed a stage, you start asking me, so I will not answer you. That's why you should look up to the stage where what I'm doing. Ask me question at any point I am moving from what you don't understand. Ask me question. Once I start saying what language, speaking language you don't understand, ask question. And you cannot do that when you are copying. You take what up? Or you do what? Yes. Especially the whole number, it can correlate. The base you are working with can correlate. Am I communicating? Okay, if you see this one now, watch out. You must get to the maximum. At least it can tolerate. Are we together? No worry. When I do other ones, we'll see how the thing is going. We'll now make an inference from it. So 0.265 times 2 is what? I want to ask a question. 1.5 is it certain as 1 remainder 5? Is this set now one remainder 5? It's not, right? Okay. Oh yeah. 0.25 times 2 is what? Times 2 is what? Is what? 1.25. Then 1.25 times 2 is what? 2.5. 2.5 times 2 is what? Times 2 is what? 5 point what? Look up to this place. Can this even exist here? It's what?
We are making use of this.
So you can't even enter. So what do we do at this point now? What do you think we should do here? Divide 2 by what? So what do we get? 1 remainder what? 2 divided by 2. What are you saying? 1 remainder what? 0. 1 remainder what? 0. Let's start from. Remember what you are doing. I said here you are multiplying this by base what? 2. By 2, right? You multiply this by 2, you have what? Wait. What am I even doing, sir? Wait, what am I even doing, sir? It's now I looked at what I've been doing here. Please, from this point, look up, please, look up. Suspend whatever you are doing, please. Suspend whatever you are doing. Listen carefully. Just suspend, please. Please, I beg you. Please suspend. This is what? 0.75, right? We have 0.75 times what? Times what? Times 2 is what? 1.5, right? What you are taking is this thing. Are you together? What you're taking is this thing, not this one. Not the whole number. We're taking this 0.5 on top of this, okay? We have 0.5. Remember? Do you understand what I'm saying? We are taking this thing on. This 1.5 is not saying 1 plus 0.5 now. It's not true. We are making use of this one. Is this one, this 0.5 on top of it we are using? Okay? Please, I beg you. 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. Are you together? That's why you can read this down like this and get what? 0.11. Are we together? Are we together? Now for 0.625. 0 is already there. Look up, please. We have 0.625 times 2 is what? Is what? 1.25. Leave this one. Take this 0.25 on top of it and multiply by 2, please. Hey. We have what? 0.5. Leave this 0 here. Take this 0.5 on top of it. We have 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. You read like this. So this is what? 0.101. Is it clear? Please, oh. Is it clear? Yes. Yes. Children, confront. We need to see after this class. It's important, okay? Look up. I said I was committing a very serious error. Very, as in I don't know what's wrong with this. See what I was doing. I was carrying everything here. I was multiplying it here, which is wrong. I said if you multiply this now and get 1.5, this 1.5 is certain as saying 1 plus 0.5. True of us? True of us? Leave this one here because the one is what you are interested in. Carry 0.5 and multiply it by 2 until you get 1.0. Are we together? That's what you are planning to do. Now, here the same thing happens here. We multiply by 0.625 by 2, we have 1.25. We take 0.25 on top of it and keep multiplying by 2. We have 0.5. We multiply 0.5 by 2, we have what? 1.0. So if you read down, you have 0.101. Add that 0 initially. That's what you have what? 0.10. Is it clear now? So let's do 0.875. Can I clean the board? Huh? At least I can clean here. Huh? So we have 0.111. Sorry. We have 0.875 to base what? 10. We want to move this 0.875 to base 10 to base what? 2. Do you want to come and be solving this by yourself on the board? Then focus now. What are you writing again? I don't like this. Even if you know it, calm down. Calm down. You saw how that your lecturer is here, saw something on the board, you're not responding, you are doing what I don't know in your book. Doesn't make sense now. If you can solve it, I'm going to sit down, then you come and be doing it one after the other on the board. This is a class. I'm here talking to myself, you are busy writing what I don't know in your book. That is wrong. Sit well. Sit well. It's wrong, please. If you have mastered it, then let me sit down. Then you can come off on the other one and try the remaining one. Should you do that way? Then stop whatever you are doing now. Now 0.8725. We know here is what? Here is what? 0. We have no issue with it. This is where the issue lies. We start multiplying by what? 2. Let's go. 0.875 times 2 is what? Is what? 1 point what? 1.75. You will leave this one here and take what? 0.75. So 0.75 times 2 is what? 1.5. We leave this one here and take 0.5. 0.5 times 2 is equal to what? 1.10. We read what? Downwards. We have 0.111. Remember that there's already 0 here. We bring it here. It becomes 0.111. Is it clear? Now, let's move. There will be a change here now. This is where I want you to pay attention, please. There will be a change here. Pay attention here. This is what? 3.5. Copy. Copy now. Are you done copying? We have what? 3.5 to base 10. This is where this now is saying since will take effect. We treat this one separately, 3 separately, and treat 0. Maybe not 3.5 is that now saying 3 plus what? 0.5, right? So we treat 3 separately and treat what? 0.5 what? Separately. In 3, as we are dividing, 0.5 we are multiplying. Let's go. Let's move this 3 to base 10 to base 2. We have what? 2. 3. 2 divided 3 is what? 1 remainder what? 1. 2 divided 1 is what? 0 remainder what? 1. We'll stop here. Here we read what? Upward. So we have what? 1 1. 1 1. We'll leave it at this point. Now let's work on what? 0. What? 5. So let's go. Remember 0.5 we simply need to do what? Multiply by what? 2, right? 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. We'll stop here. We'll take 1. And this one we're taking is 0.1, 0.1. Hope you know. We add it here. We add it here. It becomes what? Point what? 1 to base what? 2. Look at it there. Is it clear? Good. Okay, let's solve the number 8. Let's solve number 8. Number 8 says 2.25 to base what? 10. Remember that this is certain as saying 2 plus what? 0.125. True of us. So let's work on this after we add it to this. Let's work on this. This is 2. 2 to base 10. If you convert 2 to base 10 to base 2, you have what? 2 divided by 2, right? 2 divided 2 is what? 1 remainder what? 0. 2 again is what? 0 remainder what? 1. We read upwards. So here is what? This here is actually what? 1 0. Then plus, let's work on 0.25. 0.25 times 2 is equal to what? 0.5. We'll leave 0 here and take the 0.5 and continue. 0.5 times what? 2 is what? 1.0. We read what? Down. We read the whole part downward. We have what? 0. This is actually 0. What? 0.1. Hope you know. Then you add it, we have what? 10.01 to base what? It's not 10. 0.01 to base what? 2. Thank you. So that's this one. Look at this one. Okay, you're still writing. Look at this one. Are you aware that this is certain? This 2.0625 to base 10 is certain as saying 2 to base 10 plus 0.0625 to base 10. Are you aware? Are you aware? So let's move them in separately. Let's move 2 to base 10 to base 2 and move 0.0625 in base 10 to base 2. Let's go. So 2 to base 10, we move. 2 divided 2 is what? 1 remainder what? 0. 2 divided 0, 1 is what? 0 remainder 1. We read what? Upward. So this is what? 1 0 to base what? 2. Right? Then plus, let's work on this one. Let's start multiplying. 0.00625 times 2 is what? Sorry. 0.0625 times 2 is what? Times 2 is what? 0.125. We continue 0.125 times 2 is what? 0. What? 25. Only one person is talking here. Are you following me? 0.25. Stop talking. Oh yeah. Let me hear voice from here. Yeah. Say stop talking. Let me hear the from this side. 0.15 times 2 is what? 0.25. We can do multiplying. 0.25 times 2 is equal to what? 0.5. We can do multiplying. 0.5 times 2 is what? 1.0. Had it been there is 1.5 here, what would we do? Had it been what here is 1.5, what would we do or say nothing? Can you keep quiet? Keep quiet. I'm asking her. So, you do what? I'll do what? I will do what? Tell me exactly why I should do that. Please, why I move 0.5 because there's no good number here, it's just 0. That's why I'm even if I have 2 here, I'll take this fraction on top of it and keep multiplying. Okay? Please know that one now, please. So this time this is what? 1.0. I will stop here. Do you really understand this thing? You can see. Are you sure? You think that you are missing something here. Are you sure? Hey. So we need what? Our focus is here, hope you know. We need what? Downwards or upwards? Downwards. This is what? Remember it's fraction, so it's what? 0.001 to be what? 2. So you add up. You have what? 10.001 to be what? 2. This is in our today's this thing we achieved conversion of decimals to decimals and decimals back to what? Bicimals. I believe if you see a question like this, you can solve it. Any question, because we are about to end this class. Any question, if you have any question, ask. In the absence of questions, we'll end the class at this junction. Thank you very much for your attention. God bless you.